This is a review for the ZOS Red Dot site. Hopefully you can see it alright on there. It's been quite difficult trying to get the camera in the right place to actually film this. So, it's made by a company called ZOS. It says it's waterproof and fogproof. I've already done a couple of videos on this, but I thought I'd do a proper review of it because I'm quite impressed with it. So, sorry, try and get that stable. So, it can do both red and green dots, and it can do a selection of dots. So here we have the basic crosshair. I'm sorry, it's hard to adjust this with the camera there. Next we should have the classic red dot. Yep, we do. Now we have the red dot inside a circle. This is one of my favourites. And then we have another type of crosshair. This time it's got a dot in the centre. And if I just show you, it's also capable of doing the green dots. Overall, I'm very impressed with this. A thank you to Baz for recommending this to me. That's what the site itself looks like from the outside of the, obviously not when you don't have the camera behind it. And that's what it looks like on the rifle. It just fits a standard 20mm Weaver or Picatinny rail. So here's the box. So when you open it, what you get is the actual box. Then you get some instructions for it, a spare battery, which is nice, and there's obviously the sight in there. And you also get a little Allen key for taking it on and off the rail and also zeroing it. Now, what is good with this sight is I've zeroed it for an air rifle, and this is actually designed for submachine guns and ARs. So this works obviously on things it's not necessarily intended to work on. The problem with using it with an air rifle, of course, is because of how quickly the trajectory of a pellet changes. If I've zeroed it at about 10 yards, which is what I've zeroed it at, once you go to 5 yards, the pellets go way below where the actual red dot is, and once you go a bit further back, the pellets actually go a bit higher, which you'd think it'd be the opposite way around, but I don't know why it works like that. And but yeah, it works with an air rifle. Obviously, for my viewers in America or countries where you've got, you know, less restrictive gun laws, this might be quite good for putting on a submachine gun or whatever, semi-auto SMG, putting on a semi-auto rifle. Obviously it's designed for close range use because you'd probably want a scope or just iron sights for anything else. But yeah, for 20 quid it's really not bad at all. I imagine you could also use it airsofting or whatever. Only real complaint with it is that because of its open type design, that means that on a sunny day you sometimes struggle to see the dot as well. I mean, you can change the intensity, which is nice, and you can change the colour, which is nice. But that's why sometimes those more scope shaped red dots I think are better. But yeah, all in all, it's a very good red dot for the price. I'm happy with it. Obviously if you had a semi-automatic rifle it would probably be a lot more useful to have one of these. But yeah, it works well. For 20 quid it's not bad at all. You can find them on eBay. They're not always advertised as ZOS Red Dot site. Sometimes they're called different names, but if you have a look they'll all look exactly like this. So you can really easily find a type and try and get it for as close to 20 quid as possible, because some people do sell these for about 40 quid.